'Cause I'm Mr. Brightside. Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of Music Mondays on Understandable English. In this series, I show you all the songs that everybody should know and what the lyrics or the text means. Today's song is Mr. Brightside by The Killers. So let's get to it. The Killers are an American band that was formed in Las Vegas, Nevada. You've probably heard of Las Vegas. They were formed in the early 2000s. The band has a distinct sound. That means that when you hear them, you know that it's The Killers. It blends or mixes older styles of rock with newer electronic music, or at least in their time, it was newer. They often sing about love and life and the complexities or difficulties of the human experience, or what it means to be a human or to be alive. With their global, or in the whole world, fan base, almost everyone has heard of The Killers. But what does this song mean to me as an American who grew up listening to this music? Well, this band is one of the few bands who have influenced my life or changed my life to such a huge degree, that is a huge amount, that it's hard to even comprehend or understand. I listened to this band in my childhood, throughout my angsty teenage years, where you believe that everything is bad and that teenagers are the smartest and the best. These are your angsty teenager years. And I also listened to this music onwards into my adulthood, even now. This song especially is a classic that every single person of my generation and anyone younger will definitely know. If this song comes on or starts playing at any event or place or party, people will rush or run to the dance floor and start dancing crazily and just shouting the lyrics until they are hoarse. That is, their voice starts to feel a little bit like this. This song is truly a song that everybody should know. As always, I can't play the actual music for you because of copyright problems, but we can still look at the lyrics and learn from them. So let's get to it. Coming out of my cage, I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Coming out of my cage, this means that, well, quite literally, if you live in a cage like an animal, like a bird, you can come out of your cage. But typically here, when we talk about it in a social sense, when you're out at a party or with a group of people, to come out of your cage means to start acting like yourself, not to be nervous, not to feel shy, but you start to be yourself, to be who you are. So you're coming out of your cage, or you came out of your cage, means that you start acting more like yourself. Here, the words gotta is just like saying I have to. I have to be down or be okay, be in agreement with something. So gotta be down means I have to be in agreement or be okay with something. It started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Typically when we use start out with something, it means it started and continued into something worse or something bigger. So we might say that a band, like The Killers, who started out in a garage, are now famous musicians. So here, it started out with a kiss makes us realize that something started with a kiss and it grew to be something bigger or something worse, something scarier. I guess we'll find out what it is. How did it end up like this? To end up means to, at the end of all things, to be how it is. It's another phrasal verb, and we could also just say, how did it end like this? Or end up like this. Now I'm falling asleep and she's calling a cab while he's having a smoke and she's taking a drag. Here, a cab is just an American word for saying taxi. And when we are smoking, if we take a drag, this is like the action when you inhale or breathe in. You take a drag means you smoke one time. Take a drag. Don't smoke, smoking's bad. Now they're going to bed and my stomach is sick and it's all in my head. It's all in my head. Perhaps you can guess what this means, but this just means that, well, it's all in his imagination. It's all inside his head. So maybe nothing is actually real, everything's in his head, or maybe he's just telling himself that to make him feel better. If you haven't noticed, this song is very much about jealousy or perhaps betrayal. A bit of a tough theme to sing about, but it's still a popular song. And from here it gets a bit more obvious to see that it's about jealousy. but she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now. Let me go. And I just can't look. It's killing me and taking control. Here, it's killing me does not actually mean that it's literally killing me and I'm going to die, but this just means that it's the most uncomfortable thing. You can't bear it, you can't handle it, it's too much. We might say that school is killing you because it has too much homework, there's too much to do, too much stress. It's killing you. It's not actually killing you, but we say this often. Jealousy, turning saints into the sea, swimming through sick lullabies. Turning saints into the sea is a bit of a strange phrase if you're trying to guess what it means. I don't know if this really has a true meaning, but we can always guess. We can often hear the word sea used as a metaphor for very vast and unpredictable emotions in literature. So perhaps he's saying that saints, or people who are perfect, are sent into the sea of unpredictability or difficult emotions. Maybe jealousy turns these saints or perfect people into the sea or into these unpredictable and unable to control themselves. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong, I could be right, who knows? We'd have to ask Brandon Flowers, the singer in the song, what he actually meant by this. Lullabies are just the songs that we sing typically to children to help them go to sleep. Choking on your alibis, but it's just the price I pay. Destiny is calling me. Open up my eager eyes, 'cause I'm Mr. Brightside. An alibi is typically a story we use to say why we are not guilty of a crime. If someone blames you or says that you stole money from a bank, your alibi could be, well, I was at my friend's house. Look, we have pictures, we have evidence that I was at my friend's house and I did not steal the money. This is my alibi. Choking on your alibi typically means that you have a fake alibi and it's starting to become obvious that it's not real. You start to choke on your alibi, meaning that you are being caught for lying. Eager or eager eyes, if you are eager, it means you really want to do something typically new. So if you are eager to go and try snowboarding, it means you really want to try snowboarding. Someone with eager eyes might be a person who has lots of curiosity. They want to look around and see things. But a lot of this in the song is a metaphor, so we may not know exactly what Brandon Flowers or the Killers meant when they wrote these words. The last bit is perhaps we can look at the word Brightside in Mr. Brightside. If we have the bright side of something, this is like the positive part of something. So we could say, well, I crashed my car, but on the bright side, I can get a new car that has a better safety setting or a better safety rating. It's the bright side, the positive side of a negative. So maybe he's trying to say that he is Mr. Brightside. He is trying to tell himself that he needs to be positive and think on the bright side. This song is great for learning English because it repeats. So I've told you about half the song, but now you actually know the whole song. So go ahead and listen, practice, and see what you can understand. Well, that's all for today. I hope you learned something new. See if you can use 5 of the new phrases or vocabulary words in the comments below. And I'll fix your mistakes. As always, I recommend listening to the song on your way to school or work tomorrow so you can see how much you learned. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss a Music Monday. As always, have a wonderful Monday. Toodles!